And hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Kent Holste podcast. I'm so glad that you decided to click this link and join in the conversation, as today I'm going to be talking about faith. Faith to believe in yourself. Faith to know that you are good enough. You know, there's plenty of times in our lives where we don't always feel like we have enough faith in ourselves. You know, just recently I have met a couple people and you know, the biggest thing that I've discovered about their lives is they don't have enough faith. They have faith in God, but they don't have enough faith in themselves. You know, that can be tough sometimes because we want to believe that sometimes our mind gives us these ideas that are not true. And as a young child, I always learned that that's the devil working through us. The devil works in various different ways to try to corrupt our minds, to try to get us to believe that we are not good enough, that we shouldn't have the faith to believe that we can do anything, that we can put our minds to our goals, to our dreams, those aspirations to be the best at what we do. And we fall short because of these thoughts that come into our minds, this negativity that runs heavy and strong every single day. It's hard to believe that sometimes in life, we don't always have the people that we can lean on, that can tell us that we are good enough to believe in ourselves. And when we come back, I'm going to talk more about this as we talk about faith. Are you looking to join a good community with people that truly care about your feelings and emotions? Well, I encourage you to check out Kent Holste Podcast website, where you can find Circle of Friends. Circle of Friends is a place to be a community, but more importantly, a family. This is a page to be supportive by sharing special events that are positive or even letting others pray for you. A place that people can come together without fear of being judged, no matter of race or disabilities. A time to be that person that takes the time to care for others when it's needed most. We are all not just friends, we are family. It's the Kent Holste Podcast website at kentholstepodcast.com with Circle of Friends. So today we are talking about faith. You know, as I said, I've gotten the opportunity to meet some people as of late, and their confidence about themselves and their lives have been not the best because of situations. You know, within my life, there's been plenty of times where I didn't have enough faith because people were telling me that I wasn't good enough, that I would never amount to anything, that my dreams and my own personal aspirations that I wanted to accomplish in my life were not worth it. I've been told many things about my personal character. I've had people judge me. I've had people make accusations without knowing the full story, the full truth. And when those situations happen, when we have bad things happen in our lives, it's hard for us to stay positive. We lose faith. We start believing the hype that these people that are trying to be negative and trying to hurt us, and we lose faith in ourselves. And for some of us, we know how to deal with it and we cope with it and all that. But there's some people who don't know how to believe, to have faith in themselves. There's people out there that let go. They let themselves go. They start to drink. They start to do drugs. They even health-wise let themselves go to where they start to gain weight because they just don't care. You know, there's people that lose faith in themselves because they think they're not pretty. Because people have told them that they're not. And that hurts their self-confidence so much that they believe that hype. They don't have faith in themselves to know that they are pretty, that they are special, that they are an amazing person from the inside to the outside. They don't have the faith to know that there's people who beg to differ when these other people try to be destructive. It's amazing how our world and how our society has become so negative to the point that everybody seems to think that the only way to treat other people is by being destructive. Trying to take away all the confidence, trying to take all away their pride that they do have left, and crushing it. All these things affect someone's faith. All these situations and examples of this negativity, this hurt that people are causing others, affects personal faith. And through all this, these people that are being thrown to the ground, spat on, beat up emotionally, they're losing faith not just in themselves, but chances are they're losing faith in God. We hear it all the time. Well, why do bad things continue to happen if God is for us? How come all these bad things happen to me? Isn't God there for me? Why isn't God here for me? God must not like me. God must not have faith in me. But boy, are you wrong? God has faith in you. And those questions of why these things happen, to where we start questioning our faith in ourselves, but also, most importantly, our faith and our relationship with God is something that sometimes we just don't have the answer to. We live in a sinful world, remember? All stemming from the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve decided to eat that apple from that forbidden tree. So, of course, these things are going to happen because that's the consequences that they brought upon this world, this society. So obviously these things that are happening in our lives and this trouble that we see on a daily basis within the social media and in the news media, in our newspapers, magazines, all we see is the lack of faith. This is the most crazy thing about faith is, we don't rely on God enough. We don't rely on God enough to help us. And when we get back to the podcast here, I'll talk more about the answer to what we can do here. Hey everyone, I just want to take this time to thank you for tuning in to today's show. Without your support and watching these videos, this podcast wouldn't be where it's at today. And the same goes for the website as well, and the YouTube channel. So to help me out even more, if you haven't done so yet, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to ring that bell so you can be notified when a new, amazing content comes out. Also, don't forget to check out all the other social media sites as well and like, share, and comment and subscribe there too. It all is being a part of this community where we can come together and show that we care for one another so we can motivate and encourage others. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the show. All right. We've come to the final part of our show today. First of all, before we get to the last part of what I want to talk about with faith, I have to apologize. First of all, the website is down because I've been busy, and so hopefully in the future, here in the next couple weeks, the website will be back up and things will continue. But also, I haven't been doing any podcasts. It's been a little while. I've had a lot of people ask me, is everything okay? It's just, I started a new job and it requires a lot of time. And so I apologize. But I'm going to try to do one as much as I can. It won't be as often as it used to be. As far as the unboxings, hopefully those will get back into the groove of things this next month. I think it's October is next or November. I don't remember. My mind is all confused. But those will be coming back, and so we'll get things back to the way somewhat it used to be as far as the Kent Holste podcast. But for now, all the content will be on the YouTube channel until the website gets back up and running. So thank you guys so much for the concern. Thank you guys so much for the support of the YouTube channel. Please, if you haven't yet, subscribe. Please tell your friends to subscribe and check out all the topics, all the fun videos. I will start getting back to doing professional wrestling as far as reviews and pay-per-views. So keep on top of that if you are a pro wrestling fan. If not, I'm sorry. That's just one of my passions. I love pro wrestling, in case you don't know. So anyways, with that being said, let's get back to the podcast. We're talking about faith. So the answer to what we can do when it comes to faith, and I talk to these people about this within their struggles, is prayer. You know, when I was struggling with my last divorce, and I've talked about this before, so if you are a normal listener, viewer, you know what I'm about to say. There was a time where it was very difficult. It was hard. I didn't know where to go. My confidence was at an all-time low. I was kicked to the ground. I had dirt thrown in my face. You know, it's hard when you lose the most important things in your life and you lose faith. Or your mind starts to want you to lose faith. But I didn't let it get that far. I was seeing a therapist sometimes 3 times a week because I wanted to make sure my mind was in the right place. I went to church 3 to 4 times a week because I needed that nourishment. I needed that encouragement to keep my faith strong. But prayer was the ultimate thing that got me through everything. Prayer got me to where I needed to be. Prayer is what got me to the success where I'm at today. Because I asked God to take away all the pain, take away all the fear, the anxiety, the hurt, the things that were in my mind that just didn't need to be there. And guess what? It went away. And people always say as an excuse, well, I tried praying, but it didn't work. First of all, prayer takes time. Prayers don't always get answered when you want them to be. And plus, you got to keep in mind what you're praying for. Is it truly for what is good for you? Is it what you want? Or is it what God wants for you? Because if God wants it, He will deliver. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may take years. But that's why you got to keep your faith that God will deliver. You have to keep your faith that no matter what comes your way, you are good enough. You're able to accomplish and do anything you set your mind to. You have to keep the faith that there are people out there that care for you, that would do anything for you to make sure that you are safe. There are people out there that would do anything to make sure that you believe in yourself. Because if you don't have positivity surrounding your life, if you don't have people that can tell you that you are good enough, that you are able to succeed, that you are beautiful, that you are a hard worker, that you are a good mother, a good father, a good grandparent. If you don't have those people around you, of course you're going to lose faith eventually because you don't hear it. We live in a time where if we don't hear things, it's not true. If we don't hear what we think we need to hear, then it's not real. That it's not happening. But let me tell you today that this is your chance. This is your chance to believe in yourself, to know that no matter what fears that you have in your mind, no matter how much you question your faith within yourself, you got to believe. You got to trust. Now, we could talk about faith within other people. That sometimes in life that we don't have enough faith in others. And you know what? That's unfortunate because we should have faith in other people. We look at other people on the side of the road. We look at people that are homeless, and we are quick to judge. We make fast assumptions that, oh, they're just druggies, they're just alcoholics. They're just nobody. I have faith that those people, if they got money, they would blow it on something that wouldn't help them. First of all, these people that are homeless, I mean, I hate to say this, but you can't really blame them for wanting to drink. You can't really blame them for doing drugs because we don't know their situation, why they're there. If they feel like they've lost everything, of course, that's what road they would go on. But here's the thing where I turn that negative into a positive. There's not enough people out there that have faith to help them. There's not enough people out there that has faith that if they did give them the time to go and help them, feed them, give them new clothes, maybe get them a place to stay for a week, what good that would do for them. Like the old saying goes, it only takes a spark to get a fire going. It only takes 1 minute of your time. That's 60 seconds to say, what can I do for you? That took way less than a minute. And we could even use more of that minute to say, well, what can I do for you? Still less than a minute. You see, we don't think about these things. We don't have the ability to have the faith to know that if we took the time that maybe this world would change, because instead of us judging and making accusations and all this stuff about people that quite frankly we do not know, things might change. But yet there's not enough faith in this world for people to start trusting and believing in other people. I want you to think about that and join in the conversation. Whatever I said today, if it resonated in your heart, if it made you go, yes, that's true. If you have ideas on how people can get more involved in their communities to believe and have faith for other people, or bring faith into the lives of these people that are lost, do it. Put it in the comment spot. But this is not a place for people to be rude, to say things that are mean or hurtful, because I don't want to block, I don't want to delete comments. I made this podcast to help people believe in themselves. This isn't about me, so don't bring me into it. This is about helping, encouraging people to have faith in themselves, to believe in themselves, to know that they are good enough. Because there are people in this world that beg to differ, that try to get into your head, that try to break you down and bring you to your knees. But you know what? There's not enough people out there that will put their foot down, stand their guard, and say, no, that's not who I am. There's not enough people out there in this world that will believe in themselves enough to block those negative words that come into their ears, because they don't have enough faith in themselves. So now is the time to change that. So let's encourage people to believe in themselves. If you've been through times where you didn't have enough faith, what did you do to create that faith that you needed? Where did you go? Where did it lead you? And what was the success and the outcome of it all? Talk about it. That's what this is about. So thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel for more amazing content, topics, interviews, all that good stuff. And if you know anybody who has a good life story that could help motivate somebody else's life, please message me at kentholstepodcast@gmail.com. I'll be happy to talk to you about that. If you got prayer requests at this time, since the website is down, you can still email those to me to the same email address, kentholstepodcast@gmail.com. Wow, I'm a little bit rusty here. Bear with me. So, anything like that, please write me. If you guys just need someone to talk to, someone that can give you advice the best I can, or give you an idea of where to go, please write me. But if you guys are hurting and you guys need more help and you need to take that next step, if you need help, please call 911. Please get the help that you need. See a doctor. Let them help you, because that is the best remedy, the best medicine that you can do for your life. I always didn't think that I needed medication. I didn't think that it worked, but trust me, it does, and it helps you. So sometimes that's the way you need to go. Sometimes that's the key to finding that success that you need to focus. But you don't know unless you go talk and see a professional that can help you and guide you and do what you need to do to be on that right path. So thank you for listening. And remember to think and be positive. Do what you can today, not what you can't. And I believe in you. Don't you think you should too? And if you see someone who served our country, whether it be police, fire, medical, and even the hardworking military personnel that have done everything they can to keep our country safe. Give them a fist bump, an elbow, a handshake, or maybe even a hug. And tell them how much you appreciate them. You never know how much they might appreciate that one random act of kindness. So do it today. And until the next time we talk, please be safe. But most importantly, God bless.